Hey guys, so it's Makeup Monday and this week's tutorial is going to be teaching you how to create a new eye look, and it's using like the basics of a smoky eye look, but we're also going to add in a blue just to give it a little bit more depth to it rather than a flat smoky eye. And I'm going to be using sort of some purpley colours just to blend in with the blue, but then the blue is slightly more of a petrol blue, so it will stand out nicely. The palette that I'm using today is a MAC one, and open that there, you can see the colours. I'm not sure if you can still get this palette here, but it's called Shadowy Lady. I actually borrowed this from my sister, so she might notice soon that it's gone. But the other products I will be using are your makeup basics, so your black eyeliner, a highlighter, and possibly concealer if you feel you need it at the end. Also false eyelashes and my black mascara. So all things that you should have. And the nice thing with this is that you can actually play with the makeup that you've got. You don't need to go and get anything new unless you want to. And you know, you can play with different colours. It doesn't have to be these ones. You know, there's an easy way to change it up a little bit. So what I'm going to show you to do today is just one of my eyes so that you can see the comparison, and then you can give it a go. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is use our base colour, which is our lightest colour, and this one is going to go across the whole of the lid. So you want to get a nice coverage because this is just going to give a real base, but also something for the darker colours to adhere to. So make sure you get enough of that on. And also remember just to take it up above the crease of the eye as well. On this one we're not taking it all the way up to the eyebrow, so just sort of, you know, accentuate it ever so slightly above the eye crease there. Just pop a little bit more on. And then the next colour that you're going to go in with, using the same brush, which is sort of a fairly large shadow brush, is we're going to pop on our darkest colour. And with this we're literally going to go almost sort of like along the socket line and back in, so we're never so sort of small V shape on the edges. So starting at the crease, and just dab it on, almost form your shape first, and then you can brush it into place. And again with this one we are going to take it above the socket line, so you're going to take it sort of up there slightly. Try not to bring it out here at all. You know, if you feel like once you finish the look you need to take it out further, then you can always add that in, but the general rule with makeup is less is more to start with and build it up. It's easier to add than take away. So just going to keep building that up. And again you can see I've almost taken it in line with the bottom lashes there, so I'm just going to add a little bit more on to take that V shape in slightly. Just blend that out with my fingers there. So there you can see you've got that V shape there, and like I said, once you've put this on, once you've added the other colours on that you're going to be using, you might find that actually you think you need to use a little bit more, and in which case you can just add some on then. So the next thing we're going to do is swap to the next brush up, so we're going to go slightly smaller, and we're going to use our medium colour there. And with this one we're almost going to just fill in the gap that we've left from the darker colour, so sort of the centre part of that V section there. And with this one, you're going to take it along the rest of the eyelid there, all the way sort of to the end of the socket line. And then what you want to do is just gently, using sort of more or less circular movements, just blend in so there's no hard line between the darker and the medium shade there. Okay, then with the colour you've just used, the medium one, we're just going to take it slightly along the lower lash line. And with this, we don't want this to be a really hard look. This is going to be quite soft. So for this bit, we're just going to take it almost sort of halfway along and just blend it so that it sort of matches the outside edge here, so that it almost blends into one smooth line. But the look I'm trying not to get is a really thick line that you see some people sometimes put really hard makeup on the under eye, and I just think this look needs to be a little bit softer, otherwise it's just going to be, you know, too hard on people's faces. So then we're going to take our angled brush here, you can see, and we're going to use the blue. And now this is the one that just, you know, adds a little bit more sort of depth to the smoky eye look, rather than it just being, you know, the three colours out to the side. We're just going to add the blue in just to give it a little bit of a different look. And I'm just going to go straight along the lash line there. Sorry if you can hear the dogs barking out there. And again, not making this too hard because we don't want that real harsh look, but you can see it's building up nicely. And then we're going to also create a line along the lash line, so we're just going to, on the outer corner, and again very gently just dab it in to place. So you can see there, it just gives a little bit more definition on that V shape of the outside corner of the eye there. Then what we're going to do, just to get a little bit more of the blue, is go back to our smaller flat shadow brush with the blue, and we're just going to add it in ever so slightly to sort of almost the very inside of the darker V, just to sort of create like more of a dramatic colour contrast there between the two blended colours. And then it pulls all the blue that you've used on the under, the bottom lash line under there, and then also along the top, and it just pulls all the blue together there. So you build that one up quite nicely there. And that's sort of your main shadow there. So you've got, you know, your three colours. So your darker one is the outside V, you then blend it with the medium colour, and obviously you've used your base before. Then with your blue, we're just taking it underneath there and creating like quite a nice V shape here, and just blending it ever so slightly with the darker shadow you used first. Then the next thing that I'm going to use is eyeliner, and I'm just going to stick with the black one here. Now I've got like a jewel liner, which is from New ID, and one end has a liquid liner, so you can you know, create your flicks and things, which is, so that's really simple, and it's like a pen rather than, you know, a little ink pot, so quite easy to control. And then the other end is like a coal that you just twist up to use, and this one's really nice because it seems again like quite an easy product to use. So I'm going to use the coal end to start with, and I'm just literally gonna very softly go along the bottom lashes, almost just to colour the very roots of the lashes more than anything, just to give a little bit more definition to the eyeline on the bottom. I'm not going to take it along the waterline because what I don't want to happen is for all the dark shadow to suddenly start bleeding with that and it look almost a bit like, you know, you've been rubbing your eyes. So we don't want that, but we are going to take it right into the tear duct there. So you can see slightly more defined then. And then along the top we're just going to take it more from the inside corner along and just fill that in, because I'm going to pop some eyelashes on in a second, and then what I would do is just then reline above the eyelashes, so save you doing it twice. And just going to, again, very gently, don't want it to be a hard line. And there you go, so we've lined the eyes there. So what I'm going to do now is just pop on my lashes and the mascara, and then I shall just come back and we'll finish off the look. Okay, so I've added my eyelashes. The ones I've used today are Mr. Mascara ones, and I've used the Duo Glue to stick them on. And as I was saying before, what you might want to do, and I have done, is just go back along the top line with a bit of eyeliner, just to give a bit of definition, obviously, where you've now put the lashes on, and also I filled my eyebrows just to give them a bit more definition. And this is when you then would have, you know, a step back from the mirror and just see, you might feel you need a little bit more under there or a little bit along the top, and that is what I'm just going to add in now. So using my bigger brush again, I'm just going to get the darker colour that we used to create that, the bigger, you know, V shape, and I'm just going to add a little bit more along here, because sometimes I feel that, like, when you pop your eyelashes on, that actually they take away from the shadow, so you've put all that work in, and then your beautiful lashes overshine. So that just gives a little bit more definition in there. And then also you might just want to take a little bit more underneath the eye. And again, like I said before, this look is not meant to be hard, so, you know, just gently pop a little bit of powder on there. If you like the harder look, then, you know, that's obviously a personal choice, but with this look, what I'm trying to create is just a softer sort of feel along here. So almost a bit like smudged look, I guess, is what we're trying to achieve along there. So that is pretty much all that you would add on there. If you feel like maybe you just wanted to clean up this a little bit, make it slightly sharper, then, you know, you could maybe pop a bit more of your concealer on, or, you know, for those of you who put your foundation on after your eye makeup, then, you know, go ahead and do that now. But then my final thing that I used, I have a miniature one here, is my Benefit High Beam. This is a really, really good highlighter, and what I like to do with it is just literally pop a tiny bit on my finger, and I'm just going to dab it along the eyebrow there, just to give that a little bit of definition. And also just pop it right into the corner of the eye here. And it will slightly just widen the look there. But again, because this is lighter, it then puts all the emphasis on the shadow we've built up on this side here. So I shall zoom you back out. And this is your final look. And what I've popped on my lips today is one of my beauty essentials, which is actually the Vaseline pot here, and it's a rose tinted one, so perfect for just having in your handbag, popping on. Haven't made much effort, but you've got a little bit of lip colour there, so that's the one I've gone for today, and just use my blush and foundation as normal. So I hope you like the look that I've done for you today, and give it a go. The main thing with this is that, you know, if you're sticking to your basics, you know, your three colours, your light, your medium and your dark, and then choosing another colour, you can work with whatever colour you want to go with, you know, something if you want to try out a new look, or you know, just you're using up old colours to get rid of them, then, you know, you can play about with this one. So another one, you know, as I like to give you looks you can change about and add your creative spin on them. So have a look. If you do try this out, send me some pictures, let me know how you get on. Again, if you want any questions answered, get in touch. But hopefully you like it, and I shall see you soon. Bye!